cube draft going on now. This is a pretty unexciting pack. If this were Legacy Cube, I would take Ugin here. But I think Ugin's quite a bit worse than Vintage Cube. We have a standout Steam Vents, True Name Nemesis. We could still take the Ugin anyway. I think Unexpectedly Absent is actually quite good, but we wouldn't take it over like a blue card, I don't think. First pick. The mana is quite horrid, Alesha, but that's half the fun, right? You think we could just take Ugin anyway? I kind of just want to take the Steam Vents. Mana's always good. Like, I do still think Ugin is quite good. But I like just having good mana. Keep my options open. So this is another pretty unexciting pack. We have Llanowar Elves, Trop Preordain as like the obvious standouts, I think. I think top is quite bad in cube. Oh, you think we take the top? I don't like it very much. Everyone thinks we should take top. I just feel like it's hard to get enough shuffle effects. And in like powered cube, it's mana intensive. I'm inclined to take Trop or Preordain here. I think I prefer Trop over the Llanowar Elf. I think I'm just going to take the Preordain. Cantrips are nice. Cantrips are very nice. Taking a blue card is nice as well. I think a top is like a perfectly justifiable card to have in your deck. I'm not like bad-mouthing it. But yeah, I definitely agree it's playable without shuffles. Strong agree, Kaylee. There's a Cryptic Command. There's also an Emrakul if you want to do busted stuff, and a Vendilion Clique. Vendilion Clique has impressed me a lot in this cube. We could take Emrakul and speculate on Sneak or Breach, yeah. That's definitely the most powerful thing to do. Otherwise we could take Clique or Cryptic. I think Clique might actually be like slightly better than Cryptic in this cube. You just snap take Aeon Storm because of the busted potential. Yeah, I think it's between Emrakul and Clique. Clique is what I always draft though. So I'm kind of interested in trying something new. I do love Clique. But I'm kind of interested in leaving ourselves open for sneak attack for once. I basically always just draft control. You watched me draft Esper Cliques yesterday. It was great, right? Remember what happened? Yeah, exactly, Phil. I can't repeat that. That was like such a sad time in my life. Alright, we've got Plateau, Lightning Strike, or Painful Truths as the three standouts, I think. Kind of like just taking mana again. Lightning Strike's really replaceable. Painful Truths is very good. But yeah, you wish that were better Chandra. If it was a Torch of Defiance, I would take it, for sure. Agree. Path is fine. I don't think I'm like interested in going into white for Path, but yeah. This pack's very unexciting. We got destroyed by Scarab God yesterday. I'm not convinced it's actually that good, but we did get destroyed by it. It's very good against the control decks that don't have white. You think we take the Sword? Sword is very powerful. For sure. Looting would work with the Emrakul and like a Shallow Grave or something. I think I agree it's between these two. I think I'm just going to take Sword, but It is, yeah, it is the best sword. If we end up with a random Mopey plan, it's like solid. Like a bunch of like creatures to slap it on. I mean, all these like blue-red decks end up with a bunch of creatures. Like, obviously we didn't take the Clique, but you don't need that many creatures either. You need like 7 or something. You just need to have a body. This pack's very unexciting. I might just take the Mortars. This is not like a good Ulamog to cheat in. And having some interaction is nice. Nahiri, perfect. We have Nahiri plus Emrakul. This is the dream. These packs have been meh, agree. I really don't like Mox Diamond. I think there are a bunch of hands you draw where you just don't even get to use the Mox very well. Like discarding a land to it's so awkward. This pack is trash. I guess this is like going to be good against some decks. It's not great. You could take Damnation in case we end up Grixis. I think this is higher upside. And let's face it, we were always going to be Grixis all along. Was there ever any doubt? Could take Absent instead. Was there ever any doubt that we were just going to be 4-color control Garbo? No Burst Lightning over Reaches? I don't think you understand how obsessed I am with Grixis. 4-color Garbo coming, it's going to be great. I'm excited. You asked me to play check file and Legacy, not draft it. Oh, I'm so excited for this. I'm so happy. Don't take my happiness from me. Not even convinced with blue. It might be I'm just not meant to take that because there's like chance we're just like Mardu sneak attack or something. Mardu Planeswalkers. Yeah, you're right. Feathers was better. I made that comment right after. We're always blue. This is cube. Fair point. Siege Gang is good with sword. Yeah, I should have taken the Angel. I was talking too much. Alright, I guess we're Mardu Garbo. Just like saw no blue cards. This is a good card though. Like 100% wheeling a land we'll play between this and this. There's also a Thoughtseize that would be great. Why did we take all these spare cards? I'm sorry, George. It's in my blood. Oh, we can take a Signet here. Signets are kind of great. They fix our colors too. Obviously Calm would be nice as well. As like potential top end for these Signets and these Moxen. To be fair, George, we didn't actually see any of the unfair cards I'm happy drafting. Yeah, the Blossom of the Sword is nice for sure. At the moment, the sword is not looking good in this deck. Him or Inferno Titan? I like him a lot. I like him a lot. We're always 4-color Garbo in our hearts. So these cards are sitting over here because we don't really know if they're going to fit the deck or not. We need to pick up certain things for them. We haven't really seen enough of the artifact stuff to pick up Metal Worker. I guess we can just take a Searing Spear as some interaction. Would really like to pick up enough artifact stuff for Metal Worker and make our deck more unfair. I just feel like we've not seen enough pieces. You think we take the Wrath? Just like become heavier white? Wrath is much more powerful than Spear. That is true. Alright. Let's take the more powerful card. Blood Crypt is excellent. Disenchant would also be nice, but there are lots of artifacts in this cube. Ooh. So we have the sword, so we can take the Stoneforge and just try and pick up like more creatures from here on. Is like a viable plan. The other option is we take Ancient Grudge, which is not terribly exciting. I think I like the Stoneforge. We need to pick up creatures for it, but we're on our way. It is true that this is not the most exciting deck in the world, Caxi. You're not wrong. This is going to almost be a Burning of Jingyi deck if we picked up more artifact mana. Kiki Wheel Recruiter. Werter is probably the responsible pick. Agree. Werter is probably a good pick. I kind of like picking the Burning since it's like really high upside if we can get the pieces for it where we don't have many creatures, but this is probably the responsible pick. There are lots of artifacts running around in this cube. Breach. So this card means we can win games, which I like. So let's take the card that lets us win games of this Emrakul. Our 0 filtering Breach Emrakul deck. We'll find a Sneak Attack next pack and it'll be great. The Sun's Champion will be fine, but I think this is a nice direction we're heading in now. What is winning? Winning is something I would like to achieve, despite what this deck might indicate. This is all kind of trashy. Hey Chantal. You feel like more than one creature would be sweet. I agree. I agree. We've got a whole pack though. We've only seen one of the Eldrazi go by so far. So we'll probably find something. I could take the Spectral Procession over the Recruiter. The Recruiter doesn't really do anything for me, and this is like solid with Sword. It's like kind of hard to cast, but this could go with Sword too. Cube is fine. Our deck it's something. It needs some help. It needs some help. We were legacying before this. We went 4-1 with Reanimator, and then 5-0 with Delver. So we had a pretty great result in Legacy over the course of the day, which is nice. And there's a Soul Ring. We really need this card. If we could wheel the Ulamog, that would be great. But there's literally no world in which we don't take the Sol Ring. Take the Shrine, wait 20 turns. We got like some red spells, it could be like 17 turns. Sol Ring whitelist. You're right. Yeah, we definitely play Portal. I think Storm Breath would be solid as well. Agree. This pack is like weirdly empty for us. It's like a Fatal Push or a Fire Blast. No, Fire Blast isn't the right one. I was thinking Wildfire. Fire Blast is obviously trash. Sorry. I was thinking Wildfire. I saw like the mana cost. Another sword. In our 4 creature deck. I guess these are creatures. This is not really a creature though. Mystical for Breach. Ooh. I like how you're thinking, Alesha. I'm just gonna take this Fatal Push. Godless Shrine. There's also a Kozilek. Which I think we have to take for this Breach, right? It's a bit awkward that we can't cast these. We kind of need, like, we desperately need to find the sneak attack. But at least we have Nahiri to discard them. History is 2 creatures, 2 whole creatures. It's so broken. I might agree with Kaylee here on taking the Shrine. We know there's another Eldrazi going around the table that we could wheel. And, like, we really need help with our mana. We've got, like, a lot of intense mana costs. I think I'm just going to take the Shrine. I think I agree with Kaylee on this. Sneak attack. Immediately punished. Do not care in the slightest that I was punished. And we get a fetch land. We're the luckiest. Jeez, aren't we the luckiest? Alright, which fetch is better? We have Godless Shrine and Blood Crypt, so I think they're like the same for us. I guess the black fetch might be better. Yeah, black fetch finds both of these, right? So we can find either Shockland. I guess, no, they both find either. I'm not going to think about it. Sacred Foundry as well. George may not actually hate this draft now, I know, right? He might forgive me. It's slightly awkward taking another land. We could just take the freebooter, it's good with the sword, yeah. I mean, it gives us some interaction. It's really bad with these rafts. But we have so much fixing, I kind of just want to take the freebooter. We also just need spells, right? We need 4 spells. Shoulder seems nice. It doesn't really reanimate anything for us is the problem. I'm gonna take this. It's not great with our rafts, but I think I just need to pick a spell. At this point, we're just hoping to wield the Eldrazi. Both of these are nice. Is Dark Dwellers any good? We've pushed Dreadball, Mortars, Hymn, Wear Tear, Anguished Unmaking. It has a few spells. I think Glorybringer is better than Dark Dwellers. I don't know if Liliana is better than both though. I think I'm just gonna take the Glorybringer. It kills Planeswalkers pretty well too. Colligan's Command is gorgeous. Is this the original pack? Yeah, we didn't wheel the Eldrazi. Makes this tougher. Makes this tougher. Don't think we can put Dark Confidant in our deck. This with just Dragon Tribal. It's really sad that we, I think taking Marsh Flats over the Eldrazi Titan was responsible, but then we immediately saw the sneak attack. Which is like a bit awkward. All of these are so bad. Yeah, there's a Kozilek still around, but I don't think it's going to get back to us if someone took the Ulamog. Sadly. I think it was in that pack, actually, that we just passed. Sneaking... Oh, we should have taken Woodfall. No, you're right. Sneaking Woodfall was great. We should have taken that. I wasn't thinking. I was just, like, locked in on my Eldrazi. This is fine, though. We still have, like, some ways to get this Emrakul in. Conscripts is nice with Sneak, too. You can, like, randomly kill people. It's also just a very good card. Alright, I think this deck still worked out. If we'd taken the Woodfall Primus, it would be really nice. I really regret not taking the Woodfall Primus, but I think this is still fine. So we have 26 spells. This is like a 4-drop creature. These can go up in the creature area. Oh, I guess this is mana as well, so we have 25 spells. So we need to cut 2. Kind of want to cut a 5-drop. Cut the Through the Breach, you think? And just keep the Sneak Attack. Sneak Attack probably has enough value on its own. Kind of, vaguely. And we also just don't want to like flood on these and not draw our Emrakul. This is rough. I really wish we had that Woodfall Primus. Then we could just play both of these and have like, it wouldn't be super consistent, but play the Siege Gang because you can sneak it. I think I agree with cutting Storm Breath. That's like our least impressive 5. That's fair. Can sneak attack this, make some goblins, and then like immediately fire them, use it as like a weirdo burn spell. Also makes bodies for our sword. I think I like keeping the Glorybringer, is the problem. We can't actually activate the ability on Tasigur. I think I'm going to take the Tasigur out. And then, like, the final potential options are, like, the Through the Breach. Or the, like, maybe Grim Lavamancer. Cut the Mortars. Yeah, I guess Mortars might be worse than Grim Lavamancer. That's fair. We have perfect mana. Marsh Flats, and these are our fetchables. And we have these. So we need double white on 4, so that's like 9 white sources, absolute minimum. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we could potentially play a extra planes. We need double black on 4, and we need double black on 2, so that's like 10 minimum. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, so we need like another swamp as well. And then we need double red on 4, so that's like 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we can cut a mountain. I guess we just cut the plains back. And then we're like 1 short on everything, but that's fine. You want 1 more land? What do you think you would cut, Kaylee? We have the Signet as well. And the Sol Ring is like 2 lands. You're not happy counting the Sol Ring as a land? Because of colour concerns, you'd cut Through the Breach. That's reasonable. We do need more colour sources. I would like another swamp, that is true, or another mountain. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I'd love another mountain. Sure. We have so much double red. And we still have the sneak attack and the Nahiri for Emrakul. So we still have 2 ways to get Emrakul in. It is close, I agree. I think it's reasonable though. I think this is reasonable. We have like some ways to generate card advantage too. Bunch of stuff to do with our mana. Oh my god, I just saw your tweet, Kaylee, about that game with Liliana. It was definitely a lot. Strong agree. Strong agree. Yeah, I agree, Kaylee. Or if we had a second thing to cheat in. I feel really stupid not taking the Woodfall Primus, since I think that was in a pack with like nothing else too significant. I just kind of blanked on it being so good with Sneak Attack and Through the Breach. And it is, it's like disgusting. It's like almost as good as an Eldrazi a lot of the time. The sound is nice. So we can get down the Sol Ring this turn. Next turn we get down our Stoneforge. And then we get to like play and equip on turn 3. And start Body of Minding them. Oh my god. I assume this is going to be an Exarch or Pestamite, right? Set up twin combo. This is good too. Obviously draw the sword, of course, of course. I guess I'm just going to play my Lavamancer on my sword. Make sure that they can't counter the sword with like any counters that are in their hand. It's kind of sad letting them know about it, but I should lead on sword because of days, you're correct. For sure. So, obviously the recruiter gets to chump this for a turn. Wouldn't Stoneforge plus Lavamancer be better? so that they don't know about the sword. I mean, that's reasonable. But I didn't really want the sword getting countered as the thing. It's possible I meant to save this. I kind of like getting the Glen Elendra out of the way, and then, like, forcing them to have answers. You think we Glorybringer? Just have a flyer that we can equip the sword on next turn. My thinking was exile this, equip this, and then they have to chump. But then we lose our removal spell for... what's it called? Twin? I kind of like this. I kind of like this. I think they're forced to chump, which gets Recruiter off the board, which is nice. And then, like, they're probably forced to kill our Lava Monster next turn. Obviously we're soft to twin combo now, but... yeah, the fact that it exiles is why I wanted to do that line. I'm gonna just play this and equip. I like getting my dragon down, but they could have a counter spell up. And I also don't really want them knowing about this. Maybe they'd play like a Planeswalker or something that I get to swing at. I guess the upside to this is we get to go like Dreadball, Stoneforge, and equip next turn, and we get in damage this turn. But I think I like this more. There's just like such a decent chance they have a counter spell, so... Sol Ring is so messed up. Jeez. I mean, stating the obvious much, but... here comes the Vision. So they're going to be able to dig for answers to, like, this nonsense. Which is scary. For sure, Michael. For sure. Alright, they now have another chump blocker. But we can Glorybring it down to force our Stoneforge through. Agreed, George. Sol Ring is the best card in the cube. I think Black Lotus is like very close second, but... alright, so I get to cast this. I prefer Black Lotus over Ancestral, yeah. I think you just get like literally unbeatable draws with Black Lotus, like a fair amount of the time if it's in your opener. Right, I'm gonna exert on this Abbot, I think, because then the Stoneforge hits them and we get a wolf token and mill them a bunch. I think I like this. I like exerting. Oh, you play around Daze? That's fair. Is there anything we actually need the Signet in play for? I don't think there is. So maybe that's just correct. Right, we have not seen a single combo piece. They might just be fair, blue-red. They've got a Time Walk. Nothing else of note, though. You have Library of over Lotus. I think there's a lot of ways to interact with Library. I think Library's excellent. But like there are a lot of games where you cast 2 discard spells, or you like have a wasteland or a strip mine or whatever, and then like the library isn't as impressive. This is a bit awkward. I guess we get to kill the Thundermaw they're gonna play to block though. Because they're gonna play the Thundermaw. Oh no, it's exiled, sorry. I'm being stupid. Don't know why I was looking at that. So if they play a blocker here for our wolf, we can Dreadbore it. They might just have a bolt for the wolf. It's also possible. Ah, so that stops us attacking. Okay. Interesting. Is this worth a Dreadbore? Yeah, this is the best sword. Agree, Kaylee? Agree. Strong agree. This is the best sword by a huge margin, yep. I might just have to Dreadbore this. I guess I get to exert on it next turn, but I can like Dreadbore on this instead. If need be, I can like hold the Dreadbore for a turn. I'm gonna take 4 damage out of it. I'm gonna hold this land because we have Nahiri in our deck. And just pass the turn. I think I just want to hold the Dreadbore. You don't think we can afford taking 4? That is very reasonable. I'm a bit worried about it. I think it's a reasonably close decision. But if we take the 4 and then get to exert on the Sower, then we can kill Glorybringer and they have no board. Just have to hope they don't have anything too wild in their hand. Splashiok is busted. Oh my god. Okay, well, killing the Sower is now looking amazing. We're now in a lot of trouble. Oh, we're actually dead, right? Because of the exert untap? Yep. Yep. Gross. If we'd killed the Sower, we'd only take 6 off of Snapwalk. It was pretty gross. So I think against their deck we want to cut these Wrath effects and just bring in more threats. I don't think I'm in love with Hellrider because it just dies to like all their bolt effects. Tasigur can is hard for them to kill though, even if it doesn't have a second ability. Blue cards are great. Blue cards confirmed great. You think we play the Shrine? It's reasonable. You think we play it over one of these, or we cut something else? I don't think I'm gonna play the Shrine. I think I'm just gonna run it like this. Over the Storm Breath. Just like cut down on 5s. Alright. I have a Signet on 2. Hand is a bit slow, but... That's fair, we didn't see many shatters from them, so it is quite hard for them to interact with. That's definitely true. Oh my god, they hit the island off Abbott. So sick. So sick. There is no way for us to play around days here, sadly. These spirits should be decent though. Yeah, the value is real. They didn't even have the island in hand, seemingly. Oh, Phoenix. It's a good blocker. Am I just playing my 4-5? I could steal this and attack for 10. I don't know that that achieves very much. I think I'm just going to get my 4-5 in play. Vanilla 4-5, go. We have cast worse than Colossipede. Colossipede is a pretty high bar, to be fair, but not everyone can match Colossipede. Interesting. Also, can we just talk about how awkward these are against their Thundermaw we know they have in their deck? They're pretty awkward. Two mana, Time Walk. Okay, that makes the attack make more sense. I was a bit confused about the attack, since the Phoenix blocks really well. That makes the attack make a lot more sense. Okay, they're still attacking. Interesting. Okay. Glorybringer, amazing draw. Slightly unrealistic draw. They get to equip Batterskull to something that's like the Phoenix, but that takes their whole turn and then we steal it with conscripts. In fact, do we kill them if we do that? Probably not, because they're going to gain like 8 on the hit, even if we're taking the 8 immediately back. We probably still have to just Glorybring Exert, I imagine. There is also the option of not exerting. If we don't exert, we miss out on the attack with Tasigur. Because they just like snap double block and our Tasigur would die in combat. meant to do this. And I just have to hope they don't have Island plus Snapcaster for that Time Walk. Obviously they kill us if they have those cards. And they're gonna get like a bunch of looks at them with this vision. Interesting. Just equipping. It's only 11. Cool. No! I was gonna conscripts the Phoenix. How much... When we conscripts the Phoenix next turn, it's like 4, 12, 13, 14, 15. We actually had lethal if we get to untap there. That's pretty sad. We were like really, really close that game. Alright, on to the next one. This deck is not the greatest, but we'll keep trying. They aren't dead to conscripts. Why not? It's 8, 9, 10, 11, 15. Isn't it 18 damage? Yeah. That makes sense, Kaylee. It's like almost vaguely keepable. This deck's really awkward. This deck is quite awkward. I mean, Swamp is the dream. Like, Freebooter into Sword can win games very convincingly. Right? Oh my god, more Ancestral Visions. That means they're gonna have lots of removal. Okay. I would like to cast my Freebooter. Take a look at your hand. Exciting. And they're on a Reanimator deck. Makes this really awkward. I guess I take the Compulsive over the... Time Walk is just Explore here, right? Let's Explore with Ancestral Vision suspended, though. Yeah, they have an Ancestral Vision suspended. I'm just going to take the Time Walk. We're not going to beat a Reanimation spell this game anyway, because of, like, our Sword being our game plan. So I'm not going to respect the fact they can, like, draw into one with the Compulsive Research and discard their Shieldred. That's pretty absurd, George. Reality Smasher turns out reasonable Magic card. I guess it's actually charging Monstrosaur, right? But same thing. Okay, are they gonna make a Shieldred now? Discord sounds. Oops, I will mute that, sorry. That tab is now muted. It periodically alternates between being muted and unmuted. like basically every night. Sometimes I forget to mute it before streams. Okay. Well, if they didn't want to reanimate that shoulder, they definitely have something to reanimate now. We've turned their Shelldock online too. This is the life we're living, though. Yeah, like we have to do this though, right, Nuclear? Am I meant to equip my wolf? Yeah, I use it in browser. I did not realize there was a way to use it not in browser. If I'm being completely honest. I've just always used it in browser. Ah, that makes sense, Nucleo. This way our freeboot is easier to protect. Oh boy, that's a Shouldered. I get to conscript set. I'm not sure that achieves much, but... so I sack my wolf. And then I have 12 damage. I could just Dreadbore it instead, right? Dreadbore it instead, hit them, they're down to 1 card in library. And then, hopefully, they just don't have a Time Twister effect. Unburial rights. Sick, sick. Let's get rid of that Shouldered. It is a sorcery. Agree. Good observation, Nucleo. Right, I'm not quite sure how our Sword of Body Mind beats the reanimation deck on a Malta 5, but apparently it did. So there's that. That's a thing that happened. Doesn't change anything. These rafts are like kinda bad. Obviously they deal with the big threats, but I might just want more threats of my own. That's okay, Nuclear, no worries. I found it amusing. I feel like I'm boarding these out. Yeah, you think we bring Breach in because it can just randomly win us games? That's legit. That's definitely legitimate. I'm still not in love with this card. Kind of just want like some random attacky thing. Cut the Werta. Did we not see any targets for it? I should have paid more attention to my opponent's deck, probably. They have a makeshift mannequin that this kills. So I think I'm going to keep this. Bring in my Storm Breath. I think we're just looking for like any interaction we can have, since we don't have a lot of it. Even if it's like really narrow and awkward. I'm going to keep this hand. We have 2 cards in our deck that will win us the game. And we have nearly perfect mana, and we have Soaring. Yeah, I was kind of half considering Hellrider. Yeah, there was a point when we could have picked up Inquisition, Nucleo. Can't remember what we took over it. I think that was the only discard spell we really had a shot at. I guess there was also a Brain Maggot we took something over, which was like there was a decision there as well. Oh, it's an instant? I thought it was an enchantment for some reason. You're correct, Kaylee. I'm being stupid. I am not familiar with my Lorwyn reanimation spells. Or Morning Tide or Eventide or whatever. You are correct. Alright, so depending on what we draw, we can either run out the Sol Ring turn 1 or... Okay. So I think I just want the Sol Ring on board, so I'm just gonna do that. We are 4 for 4 on opponents having turn 1 visions. Yes, Nucleo. Actually, no, that's not true. Last match they did it turn 2 off of their Abbot into Island. So we are not 4 for 4. Nahiri. Chandra. Turn 2 Planeswalker. Do we go for the plus? Or like 0 for the 1 in 31 at a Mox Jet? I'm not convinced going for the plus is more relevant than the 1 in 31 at a Mox Jet, but I'll do it, I guess. Now we get to start zeroing her every turn, have our Phyrexian Arena online. Alright, 0. That is a card I can cast. I am quite greedy, Kaylee, in general. Has been noted. No. Alright. Which one are they gonna get? This has 2 turns on it still. Obviously this comes in at some point and bounces this, which makes things tough. We're really looking to find Sneak Attack or Through the Breach off this Chandra as soon as possible. Opponent's hanking on the choice. They do have a bunch of different ones. They have Shouldered, Iona. I think they had Noxious Gearhulk as well, which is not really appealing, but not as appealing as the other two. They got Sundering Titan. That is pretty good right here. Alright, we get to take the Mannequin. They have an Attacker in hand. So when the Cloudscape comes in, they get to take the Mannequin back, which is scary. We still have 2 draws though, to try and find some way of sneaking. Nope. So playing this out just means we lose another land to Sundering Titan, right? I think that's what that means, so we might as well just get this down. And then pass with like K-Command up to kill the Cloudscape. Yeah, I agree. Playing Lava Claw seems better to me. I agree. For sure. Means we lose the least mana. And we're still live to draw Sneak Attack or Through the Breach next turn, the way things are looking. Yeah, it also means Shores we have 2 red sources, right? If they Sundering a Mountain. Which is relevant. So they're going to bounce this, I assume? No, they're bouncing the Chandras. They have an answer for this. That means... Or they have another reanimation spell. Alright, I'm going to wait. I'm going to let them hit me, because I want to hold up this K command to shatter the Sundering Titan. And just, like, Stone Rain them into oblivion. Interesting. Now I can Fatal Push this. I want to keep the Kolaghan's command in hand. Oh, Ignore me. It's been a long day, okay? Oh. Pro level plays. Pro level plays. That's fine. I can cast the Chandra and still hold up Kolaghan's command. It's a bit awkward. It's like the tiniest bit awkward. But I guess I get to have my extra black source off this for the Kolaghan's command. It didn't matter. The Fatal Push was doing nothing this game anyway, right? So it's fine. Sword. Interesting. I guess I'm attacking with my Freebooter. I would really like to be able to hold up Kolaghan's command. It does mean playing out the plains, which means they triple Stone Ray me, because I'd like them to lose 2 swamps from the Sundering Titan, if possible. Like, playing this means that this is an actual threat, though, which is a thing. If, like, somehow they don't have an answer to this. Yeah. I like holding up command. I agree. Just, like, stop them killing our Chandra. And, like, if they go for it here, they get Stone Rained into oblivion by their Sundering Titan. Burial Rites. Sure. They have a Scrubland in play, which is interesting. Alright, so you get to destroy some stuff. Then I get to get rid of your blue mana. Destroy an artifact, deal 2 damage. Yeah, we have Dark Dwellers as well, which is really nice. Now they have no blue mana either. We get to keep zeroing Chandra as well. So I think we're in a fine spot. Stoneforge. Well, about that. We have lost the equipment to our Chandra Zero. There were a lot of Stone Rains, Alesha. Oh, that's wonderful. Am I just casting my 1/2? I don't really want to cast the Dark Dwellers, because the Dark Dwellers deals with returned Sundering Titan, should they have another white source. I don't really want to play out my land because I have Nahiri in my deck. You'd think you just cast the Stoneforge? Yeah. I think you're right. It also insulates us a tiny bit from shouldered, right? It means we don't have to sack the freebooter, which is nice. I'm gonna hold the land too. I think the playing out the land is unlikely to be relevant to anything. We have Nahiri in our deck. I don't really want to get it eaten by a Sundering Titan either. Stone running lands are considered generally good, no matter who's doing it. Alright, they don't have any islands anymore. This is great. This is also great. Just everything is great. Okay then. Is this like free Stone Rains? I think this is like free Stone Rains. We won a match. I'm so happy. I'll take it. I wonder if we do just want the stupid for the breach. It just does nothing in so many games is the problem. But I feel like it ups the deck's ability to win a bit. I don't know. I think any unfair matchup will just board out the Wraths and bring in the breach. Thanks, Nucleo. See you later. Alright, I want the 2-1. I want to salvage a 2-1 with this deck. This is fine. Has some interaction, has good mana. Is there a donation amount to play Ponza in Modern? My typical thing is I will play... If I'm doing a Modern stream, I will play a Modern deck for $20, provided it's not like too trashy. I would count Ponza as not too trashy. It has Stone Rain in it, how bad can it be? In before Ancestral Visions. Yeah, it's $20 to make me play a deck of your choice when I'm next streaming that format. I need to add that as a command, don't I, Alessia? I intend to do a few things to the stream layout over the weekend, so I might like fit that in as a command. Yeah. It's something I only decided on recently. It's like, back when I wasn't streaming a huge amount, it didn't sound like the best thing in the world because I was mainly just testing on stream. But now that I'm streaming a bunch more, it makes sense. I think since I have like a lot more like empty space on stream that I can fill in. Commands can do things that aren't beats or oh my god. What are we doing here? I kind of want to slam the sword and jam. I don't know how unreasonable that is. They have 2 mana up. I guess if they counter the sword, my Hymn to Tourach resolves, right? You'd lead with him, and then just sneak in the sword. I guess we can lead with him, and then, like, K-command this, and then next turn sword. That's also reasonable. Stop them getting their Jace online. Yeah, him and K-command, I think I like that the most, and then next turn we sword. Yep, I agree. I think it sounds good. Ooh, Remand, okay. Let's make you discard, kill your Jace. Yeah, that makes sense, Kaylee. Not getting the sword countered sounds good. I definitely just want to kill the Jace before they can get some loots off of it, I think. Over, like, recasting the hymn. Nahiri. I think I'm gonna hymn again, and then just put in sword end of their turn. You're right, Alesha, you're right. Absolutely. Ooh. Okay. Good thing we have this Dreadbore in hand, huh? For like whatever big thing is coming our way, such as a Jace. Okay, they're bouncing the Stoneforge. I've played Mono Blue in Vintage Cube before. If you have to have blue be wide open, but the blue is deep enough that you can do it. So, and like the power level is like really high as well. Like your average card power level. Let's just try and Dreadbore this. Like, by leading with Dreadbore, we play around as much soft counter magic as possible. Alright, and now I'm just going to play this and equip. No! My critter! Alright, if we draw a land, we get to suit up the conscripts. It's okay, Kaylee. The first time it was counted, it went back to our hand, so it's kind of understandable that you'd think it was still there after the second counter. Frantic Search. They all have all this like weird, loosely storm stuff. Oh, because conscripts untaps. Yep. You right. You right. I think I'm just going to do that. Try and get in my hit. Oh, we could have taken one of our opponent's lands. That is better, for sure. Doesn't change a huge amount, but could force them to do stuff right now before they know what they've milled. Emrakul the Promised End, Cataxian Probe. We mainly hit lands. They have a library, which is really good. They bounced the Wolf with their repeal. The cutest of brain freezes. Okay, they're just trying to see as much of our deck as possible before conceding, I guess. This sword has been MVP of this draft. The sword has definitely been MVP. This has done a lot of work. Yeah, they might be on a High Tide. Like some weird, like, half-storm deck. Right, so we're gonna take out this stuff. Again. As always, take out the Wrath effects. Fatal Push doesn't seem good either. It does kill Jace, but I think I just want to, like, have more threats, you know? You bring in Storm Breath. Hellrider through the breach. We saw no wear targets, that's true. Yeah, I think you're right, we didn't see any targets for this. So we can bring in the Shrine as well. I guess we just run it like this. Play mono 5s. Against the mono counter magic deck. What could possibly... Oh my word, this hand. Opponents put us on the play for the second game in a row. I think they might regret it this time. I get that sneaking suspicion that they're gonna regret it when we slam this Chandra turn 2. Sol Ring MVP, that's true. The Sol Ring's the real MVP. But that goes without saying. There's a thing in the ice, sure. Yeah, they chose to draw, which is a bit surprising. Spectral Procession, okay, so we can 0, see what we hit. Hit an Anguished Unmaking. I kind of just don't want to give up my free value, you know? Like, I'd love to be, like, deploying threats or something. But I am not about giving up free value. Assault Monolith. Let's draw a Colligan's Command. Oh. I can't always cold shot them, apparently. So we get our land in play. I can hymn my opponent and get a Grim Lavamancer down, and next turn I can sword up the Grim Lavamancer. Oh, I could steal the Basalt Monolith and tap it. I guess they get to tap it in response, right? But then it untaps. So I can, like, drain their Basalt Monolith mana here and get my sword in play off it. And then next turn hymn them. I think this is decent. Realtek is boarding in Steambent, so we'll do that for the next game. Good point though, Kaylee. Right, we have successfully tapped their Monolith, which is great. So I can get in a sword hit by suiting up my conscripts. And then I can cast Nahiri post-combat. I think I like that most. I'd love to hymn them at some point. I'm a bit scared of, like, them having a big combo turn. But maybe it is correct just to hymn them. They're gonna have Shelldock next turn as well. We don't really need much more to win the game, right? I should probably just do this. This is like the responsible thing to do. We hit the Mind's Desire. Alright, awesome. Got the 2-1 with slightly questionable Mardu deck.